Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got another video for you guys today. It's a little project I've been working on. You can see I'm a little dirty and sweaty. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope you're having good luck with all your gardening and all your projects. And without further ado, let's get to mine. Alright, so I'm building a kiln, or I built a kiln, and I'm building a foundry so I can melt aluminum. And then I got this kiln here so I can use my 3D printer to print out molds. And then I've got some jeweler's plaster that I'm going to cast the molds in. And then once they're cast and dried out, I'll put them in here to cook. And it'll cook out all the PLA that's inside the mold in the plaster. And then once that's done, we can dump aluminum in it. So I got the foundry over here. Here's a chunk of aluminum that I already melted. I melted this with my first one that I built, which was a really terrible design. I got it from the King of Random. It was really crap. It only worked for one time and then it fell apart. But here's my crucible. And then I got a lid here. So this is a 25-gallon steel garbage can. And I lined it with fire bricks that I ordered from the hardware store. And then once I cut and lined it with the bricks, and then I used refractory cement, this stuff. I got this from Amazon. It's really expensive. If you can find it locally, get it there, because I went to a bunch of different stores and no one even knew what I was talking about. I went to a bunch of fireplace stores, and the only thing they had was like little tiny bottles of patching material. And then I got this box here. It's got some more fire bricks in it, so I got some backups. These are a lot smaller than the ones I was using. I was using 1 inch thick. These are about a ½ inch. But these are really easy to cut. You can cut these with a handsaw. Just pick your oldest and cruddiest handsaw and it'll cut right through. But the lid, this lid, is lined with those. I cut those all up to fit together like a puzzle. And then I used the refractory cement to glue them in, I guess you could say. And then I've got my propane torch over here. It fits right inside here perfectly. And that is how we'll cook the lost PLA out of there. I got the idea from the veg oil guy. I'll put a link to his channel on the bottom. I put a link to his channel in the last video too. I didn't do exactly what he did. I just used what I had access to, and then tried to make the best of what make the best with what I had. The stuff he's using, I looked it up online, and a lot of the things he's got, they're only available in the UK, and they don't ship here because it's too heavy, or the shipping cost would be astronomical, and it wouldn't be worth it. But my reason for doing this was because instead of buying a kiln, a kiln this size would have cost me over $2,000, and then the foundry would have been about $500 or $600. So I built both the kiln and the foundry, and I got all the pieces and everything with the propane tank and everything for about $500. So I saved a lot of money doing it myself. Now, this isn't for everybody. I would start with cheap materials and then, make a bunch of mistakes first and then graduate up to the more pricey stuff, because you don't want to mess up when you're using the refractory cement. It's about $45 for 25 pounds, and I wound up with 5 25-pound buckets of it. So that was half of the cost right there. And then another 100 or so just for the fire bricks. They're also very expensive. So if you're going to do this at home, make sure you practice with some low-cost materials first. The King of Random used sand and plaster Paris. Don't do that. That stuff is toxic, and it will fall apart the first time you use it. Not knocking the King of Random. Used to have a really cool channel. But yeah, that's my project for today, you guys. And then I guess we'll go check out some of this. I have an invasion going on over here in one of my grow beds. A good one, though. Let's check it out. So the last couple of days, this thing has just taken over my entire grow bed. Now this is not just one plant. This is a bunch of melons. I've got melons, cucumbers, and some corn in here as well. And looks like I've got beans in there too. So there's beans, cucumbers, corn, all mixed in here, and some cantaloupes. And then I've got my watermelons doing all right over here, and some squash. Gonna have to be pulling some of those out pretty soon and eating them for dinner. But yeah, that's all the energy I have for today, you guys. I'm pooped. I've been to the hardware store 5 times. I'm not going back again. It is now time for a cold adult beverage and some rest and relaxation. There we go. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, pop those down at the bottom. Yeah, as always, be good to each other. We're not here for very long, if you can. And keep building. Look out for motorcycles, please.